Happy Friday! Welcome back to Miss Cassidy Creates. I am Miss Cassidy. So good to see you again. I'm going to go ahead and get us set up on our computer here so I can see all of your wonderful questions and comments and good stuff. I hope you're all having a really good week. I hope you're doing something that makes your heart happy, or you've learned something new, or you did something to make somebody else have a good day. All of our favorite things, right? Earlier this week, we had a session when we hung out, which was super cool. What did I drop? We celebrated Beatrix Potter and her birthday. She wrote Peter Rabbit and was a famous illustrator and scientist, and all-around super cool lady. So if you missed that earlier, I just realized I didn't turn my phone on silent. Sorry, friends. Hold on. Let's make sure we don't get... All right. So if you missed that, head on back into our videos and check that out. Today, I'm very excited because we are doing a special craft day. We're going to talk about keeping positive and what goes on in our brain sometimes and how everybody's a little different, and yet we also all share a lot of the same things. So for our craft today, the only things that you need, like totally need, are some kind of clean, empty cardboard box. You can use a cereal box. I got a graham cracker box. You can use a shoe box, a cardboard box from the mail, any kind of clean, empty box. And if we're doing this as a family, I recommend every member of the family make their own little box. We're going to make, our boost box. And we'll talk more about that later, but it's a great family activity. So if you've got multiple siblings, parents, trust me, we can use this too as grown-ups. You'll hear about it in a minute. Other things that you definitely need. Some kind of writing utensil or coloring supplies. I have got my handy-dandy markers, scissors, tape or glue, and then whatever you want to decorate your box with. I have a bunch of different fun craft papers here. I also have stickers, because you know Miss Cassidy loves stickers. That's what I'm going to use, but you can paint it if you want. You can use really anything you want. I also, where'd it go? I have some ribbon. I have some rainbow ribbon I think I might use on mine too. So whatever cool decorating supplies you've got laying around, you can use whatever you like. Hi, Dylan. Thanks for joining, friend. So good to have ya. I just realized I got so excited talking that I didn't finish getting us on the computer so I can see you commenting. I have to squint and lean forward to read it on my phone. There we go. Now we're all set up. Awesome, friends. And then if you want to participate, we're going to do another activity as well with paper. Oh, that's what I forgot. Any kind of paper. You need something. It can be construction paper. It can be computer paper. It can be notebook paper. Some kind of paper, because this is going to be what we write to put inside our boxes. So outside from any of your decorating supplies, something to write that down. And then we're going to do a little bonus activity where if you don't need this, we're going to do some with and some without. If you have a magazine laying around you don't mind cutting up, of course, the only magazine in Miss Cassidy's house is the big breakfast issue of the Food Network magazine. Anybody who knows me knows that this is like... Yeah, that's pretty right. That tracks for Miss Cassidy. I love breakfast, and we know how I love being in the kitchen. But if you don't have a magazine, no worries. That's just a fun little bonus thing. We can do it with just our markers and paper, no problem. So today we're going to talk about, we all have new experiences, right? We all get to experience new things all the time, and sometimes that's super exciting. Like we make a new friend, or we try a new favorite snack, and it's awesome. And then sometimes these new experiences can make us feel kind of sad and scared and worried, right? And that's okay. That is very normal. Everybody has those feelings about different things. When we feel sad or scared or worried, sometimes people might call that being stressed or having anxiety or being anxious about something. And you know what? It's totally normal to be stressed or anxious about certain things. If you're stressed out about a test at school, that's normal. If you're worried about your family making a big move somewhere, that makes total sense, absolutely. Hello, happy Friday, Guiding Light. Hi, friends, thanks for joining us. So it's totally normal to have have some of those feelings of worry and nerves and being stressed out. Sometimes those feelings can make you actually feel stuff too. Like sometimes your belly can hurt, sometimes you can have a headache, sometimes you feel like you want to run away or like you're frozen to the spot, one or the other. But that's pretty normal, because the thing about feeling anxious or having anxiety is your body is making you feel those things because it's giving you little alarms that it doesn't like something that's going on. And alarms are generally there to protect us, right? Yeah, when we think about a fire alarm or a smoke detector, that's meant to make a big loud noise and warn us when we're not safe. And those feelings of anxiety that you get in the pit of your stomach sometimes, those come from those places that as humans, when we're worried that we're not safe in a situation. So maybe it's not a house fire, but you're worried you're not going to do well on your test, or you're scared to talk in front of a class because you think they might make fun of you. So you have those worried feelings. But just like a smoke detector, right? We use a smoke detector to let us know when it's not safe and we got to get out of the house. But have you ever had a smoke detector that starts going off just because mom or dad has toast in the toaster, or someone's making bacon? That can happen with those anxiety feelings too. Oh, thank you, friends. Victor, Raymond, Daniel, Seth. Hi, friends. Thank you, Becky. I appreciate you. And hello. Thanks for joining us. So just like I was saying, you know, sometimes the smoke alarm is a little sensitive. Sometimes it starts going crazy and you know you're just making breakfast. That can happen in your brain too. Sometimes you can worry and feel all of those alarms about something that's not so serious, that isn't a house fire. And like I said, it's very normal. A lot of people have those feelings. I myself have a lot of anxiety about different things, and I have since I was a really little girl. But anxiety isn't permanent. These feelings change, just like good feelings will change and bad feelings will change. And a lot of people have these feelings. Like I said, there's something kind of unifying, and it's nice to know that there are other people who know how you feel, even if it's in their own unique way. Because we all have different brains. Everything's going to be a little different for each of us. But we can have empathy. We can imagine what it's like for somebody to feel that way. So that's why sometimes, you know, if you have a friend that's nervous about something, instead of telling them to, oh, just relax, let them, you know, ask them, be like, hey, how can I help? Or, I bet that feels really rough for you. I want you to know that I support you. Little things like that are super helpful. We can have those feelings without having experienced them directly ourselves. And like I said, a lot of people have anxiety and have issues with things we call mental health, because we have to take care of our minds just as much as we have to take care of our bodies. They're super important. They are one and the same. Healthy body, healthy mind, healthy body. So we want to do things that can help make us strong. Even when these feelings come, and these sad, scared, or angry feelings are totally normal, but we want to be equipped to know how to best handle them, because we know that they're going to pass, and that they'll also come again. Because without sad and scared, we don't necessarily get happy and excited. You have to have both. So, what we're going to do today, because we are always looking for ways to stay positive, for moments where when we aren't feeling so good, we can help build ourselves back up. We are going to make a boost box. So, for that boost box, we've got our handy dandy box here. What you're going to do is you're going to cut out a little square right at the top here where those cardboard boxes, if you have one that has a tab like this, whatever box you have a grown-up or somebody who's good with scissors, be very careful, and cut a nice little hole in a part of your box. Think of it like we're making a little mail slot. So we're going to write things and put them in. Hi friends, thank you for joining us. Hi there. We are talking all about keeping positive when we have those sad and scary thoughts, because everybody does, and it's totally normal. And friends, I'm going to be honest with you. Miss Cassidy's been working on this herself a whole lot lately. I have been working on when something makes me sad, I don't want to focus on that so much, because I can get like that. Do you ever have somebody that, you know, maybe one of your siblings gets real mad at you about something and they hold a grudge and they don't talk about you or talk to you for a while? I do that to myself. I hold a grudge against myself sometimes. And so what I've been trying to do is look for little ways to be more positive. So once you've cut that hole in the top of your box, I'm just taping down the sides so that they stay down. And I've got my whale duct tape, which is one of my favorite duct tapes. I love whales. They're one of my favorite animals. You see them? Look at those whales. So now I've got myself my nice little boost box. Now we get to decorate it. So I've got a bunch of fun stuff to decorate. I need to move my computer for a minute. I've got all of these beautiful papers. These are like scrapbook papers that I think I got from a creative reuse store. So I'm going to use some of these, I think, to cover my box up. So if you're using paper, you can use wrapping paper if you want, like gift paper. What I'm going to do, I need to scoot my magazine over. I'm going to take one of my writing utensils and I'm just going to mark the spot. I'm going to line up the box on the corners. I'm going to mark the spot where it ends. So see, I've got, where'd it go? When I flip it, I always get confused. I put a little mark there and a little mark up here, and that's where I'm going to cut to make the one side of my box. And you can do things on here like if you want to write things that make you feel good or things that inspire you. Like I have a bunch of stickers that I'm going to use, and I think I'm specifically going to use some that have some nice words on them. Some things that help make me feel bright and shiny and like I can take on anything. So let's see, I've got that one. How about another fun flower pattern to go on the other side for me? And whatever, if you're making one of these along with me, hop in the comments and tell me what you're decorating yours with. I would love to hear what kind of cool supplies you've got laying around. You can really make anything a decorating supply. You can use newspaper. If you like the comics, you can use the comics to make a really cool design. You can use aluminum foil for a shiny, shiny boost box. You can use construction paper, obviously, one of our favorites. All right, so I've got 2 pieces for my front and my back, and I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of glue. Remember, we always talk about a dot's a lot. You don't need a ton. I'm going to do a really thin little line along the edges of mine. And very carefully, there we go. And what we're going to end up doing with our boost boxes here, and this is why I'm saying that the whole family can do it if you want. What we want to do with our boost box is every day, at least once a day, and sometimes more. If you're having a really good day, you can go back to your boost box a bunch. Keep some paper and some pens and some writing utensils by your box. And every day, at least once a day, go and write something good, something that excited you. Either something you like about yourself, or something good that happened to you today, or something you're grateful for. That's a really good way when you're feeling really bummed out or sad or scared about something. Take a minute and try to think about 2 or 3 things that you're actually really grateful for. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, Miss Cassidy cut her leg pretty badly, and it hurt a lot. And it was early in the morning, and so I was grumpy because I wasn't fully awake yet anyway. And I was feeling really, I was mad that that's how my day started. And I was thinking, this whole day's going to stink if this is how it's starting. And then I thought, that's not really a great way to think about it now, is it? So instead, what I decided to do is I looked around myself and I found 3 things that I was grateful for in that moment. My 3 things were that 1, I had legs. I'm lucky. I got 2 legs that I get to dance around on all the time, even if they have a cut on them. Number 2, I had the medical supplies I needed. I had hydrogen peroxide and Band-Aids, and I didn't have to worry about not having the stuff to take care of my leg and my cut. And then number 3, I looked around and I was all sad about it, and I looked out and I saw my kitty Stella, who I don't think you guys have got to meet yet, because Stella hangs out in the bottom part of the house. She's a big old kitty and she doesn't come up the stairs very well. But I looked out and there was my big fat cat that I've had for almost 10 years laying in my living room, and I went, all right, that's not so bad. I might have started my day with a hurt leg, but that doesn't have to affect my whole day. So you can you can write things that you're grateful for. You can write something you like about yourself. You can write a fun thing you did that day. And everybody should do this once a day. You can do it at the dinner table if you want, or some other time where you have the whole family together. And you're going to write all of these in your boost box, which is almost done decorated for me. Let's see, I've got some stickers, so I'm going to use some of my stickers. I love ladybugs. Plus, I got a lot of flowers going on my box, so I feel like ladybugs make sense. A little ladybug up there. I also have a lot of stickers that say things like, super work and great job, because I am a teacher, and stickers do things. People, you can convince anybody to do something for stickers. So I'll put some of those on there, and then I also have these awesome little pretty ones that say things like, just do your thing and let love fill your life. So I'm going to use those. And then maybe what I'm going to do on the side is I'm going to write something that helps inspire me. And you know what? Like I said, everybody goes through things where they're worried or sad or depressed. And in fact, we see that happen in our favorite movies all the time, right? We saw it happen in Trolls when Poppy lost her color because she was all sad. We saw it happen in Frozen 2 when Anna sang Do the Next Right Thing, which has become one of my favorite things, even as a grown-up. That has become my mantra this year. So I am going to write, do the next right thing. Because that's something that I think is really good to think about when you're sad or scared and you don't know what to do. And I'm not great at making decisions sometimes. Break it down into something simpler. You don't have to do all the right things. You don't have to get it totally right every time. Just do what the next right thing is right now. So I wrote that on the side of my box, which is going to be backwards for you. But that's what it says. Do the next right thing. And let's see, I can bring this back up here now. Maybe a few more stickers. Something. Oh, I have these pretty glitter clouds. I think I'm going to use some of those. Some flowers. Ooh, a sunshine. One of my other favorite things to do when I'm feeling down is I like to listen to music. There are certain songs that just make me feel happy. Like, again, I love Trolls. And Get Back Up Again, Miss Poppy Troll's song. It's just a good song. It makes you feel good. Makes you feel like you can get back up again, you know. I also will have a little dance party with myself sometimes if I can just feel that I'm like, I feel like I'm sleepy or I don't feel like doing anything today. I'll put on a song I really like and I'll just jump around and I'll dance however I want. I don't worry about doing any kind of fancy steps. I just shake it out and have a good time. Shake It Out's a good song for that too. All right, so I've got some more stickers that I put on here. I'm going to make this side one more, I think. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. That's another important thing. Just because you had a bad day yesterday doesn't mean today is going to be a bad day. No. All right, so now that we've got our boost box done, which also I have a good time saying boost box, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our plain paper that we're going to write on. Whatever paper you have. If it's construction paper, if it's notebook paper, whatever it is, use whatever you like. And we're going to cut that into a bunch of smaller pieces. And you can make them, you know, not tiny. Like I'm going to make them decently big so that if I want to write something bigger or longer, I can. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in just a couple of things to keep in there. And like I said, you can write things that you like about yourself, things that you're grateful for. I'm going to say, my first one, I'm super grateful for my best friends. I've gotten to see some of my friends for the first time in a while lately, and we've been having nice backyard distant hangouts. So I'm grateful for my friends. That's going to be one I put in. I'm going to put in one that happened to me yesterday. I had 2 whole new classes on OutSchool. I had 10 new students who were all super awesome. And so I'm going to put meeting my awesome ballet classes. And if you put 1 or 2 of these in every day, then what you can do is when you're having one of those not so great days where you're feeling anxious or sad or scared, go over to your boost box. It's like a piggy bank. Crack it open. See what you got in there. Remind yourself, and you can open one thing if that's all it takes, if you open a really good one and it makes you feel good. Or you can open a bunch until you feel better about whatever's going on. Just reminding you that you've got good stuff going on, even when the scary stuff's coming around. So let's see. I'm going to put something I like about myself. I like that I have a lot of energy. I like my energy. Because that is part of it about, even when I'm feeling down in the dumps, I can generally get myself amped up enough to be able to get past it for at least a little while. I like my energy. And I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do a lot of positive self-talk. I'm going to say something else I like about myself. I like that I have a lot of different passions. I like that I am interested in a lot of different things. I have tons of interests, from cooking to arts and crafts to theater to makeup to sports to playing outside. I love doing all of those things. And I think sometimes people tell you, oh, you can't like this thing because you like something else. And to that I say, don't yuck my yum. I can like whatever I want. And so I like that I have a lot of passions. And you're going to fill up your boost box as much as you can. Like I said, at least once a day. But if you have a good day, if you're staying home with your grown-up, whoever you're with, and they say, hey, you did a really good job helping clean up the breakfast table this morning. You can go over and write yourself a thing that says, on Friday morning, I helped Grandma clean up the breakfast table. It felt good. Anything at all. There's nothing too small. If it makes you feel good at all, rhymed so many things there. If it makes you feel good at all, it belongs in your boost box. And you can keep this in someplace special if you want. You can keep this in your room if you want to keep it just for yourself. But like I said, this is a great activity for all the family. Grown-ups, we could use this sometimes too, huh? Little reminders of what's so good in the world, even when we're a little stressed out. And then the last thing we're going to do for just a couple minutes here is we are going to make a vision board to go along with our boost box. And a vision board is a really fun craft that you can do, where you're just going to lay out the things that you want to do. And that can be, you can do it for any amount of time. Maybe since the school year is coming up, put up your vision board for the school year. You can do it for any amount of time. I think sometimes people do them for New Year's Eve or do them on their birthday. But you can go ahead and get any piece of paper you want, one of those pieces of construction paper or notebook paper we've been using. I have this awesome piece I'm super excited to use because it has my rainbow at the bottom and it's nice and plain up here. And what you want to do is you can go through magazines, or you can use stickers, or you can draw pictures of things that you want to do. So let's see. I would love to go to the beach sometime in the next year. I love getting to go and visit. My grandparents have a place down in South Carolina, and I love when I get to go out there with my partner and we eat a lot of good food. Now, friends, I think we've talked about Miss Cassidy is not the best at drawing, but that's okay, because we're not going to judge our work. And since we're practicing self-talk or positive self-talk, I'm going to say, it doesn't matter if I'm not that good at drawing, because I like doing it and my drawings are nice to me. So I'm going to draw myself a little ocean here with a sun going down over it, making it sunset, I think. And you can put, if it's a school vision board, maybe you can put, if you want to get better at math this year, you can draw a bunch of math symbols. If you want to take an art class, draw a piece of art, or a ballet class, draw some ballet shoes. You can draw your family all smiling if one of the things that you want is just to have a good time with your family. If you want to start a business, I have a friend that started their lemonade stand for the summer, and they've made a bunch of money, and they bought themselves a new Xbox with it. And this is one of my students who's like 11 years old. So hey, just because you are a kid, or maybe not necessarily a professional, doesn't mean you can't aspire to be a business person. I am, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a stack of books, I think, because I think I want to go back to school at some point soon. So I love school. And I don't mean go back to school as a teacher. I mean, I'm going to go back and be a student, I think, because I love learning new things. So I'm going to draw a little stack of books here to kind of show that off. You can write things. If you would rather write out stuff, you are welcome to do so. Like I said, you can go ahead and use stickers if you want. I'm probably going to go grab some stickers after I'm done with this stack of books, which I'll show you guys my art in a minute. And don't laugh at me, okay? I have anxiety about this. I feel bad showing my art. No, I don't. You guys are nice, and I know I don't have to be worried. All right, so I've got myself a little sunset going on over here with some ocean waves, a stack of books, and now let's see. I'm going to go through my stickers. Let love fill your life. I think that's a good thing to believe in for my vision board. I am going to let my heart and kindness and love for other people lead me to do good things. Whatever you do, do it with all your heart. Hey, that works with what I was just saying, huh? Do it with all your heart. Because guess what, guys? Everybody makes mistakes, especially if you're learning something new. But it's okay to make mistakes. What's not okay is to only try a little bit because you're scared to make an effort, and then to think that you can't do it because you didn't try your best. You've got to do your best. And if you're not great at something, like you're not good at drawing, you do it anyway if that's what makes your heart happy. And then I'm going to put live in the moment. Let's see, what else? I'm going to draw my house because we just moved into this house not too long ago. And one of my goals for this year is to really make this house super nice and fun for me and my partner and our kitties. So I'm going to draw my house. Alright. It's not very colorful yet. I gotta color it in. Why can't I remember what color my front door is? I'm gonna make it blue. I don't think it's blue, but in my head we're gonna make it blue. Maybe that'll be part of my vision. Maybe I'll paint my front door blue this year. The other things that you can think about, friends, is when you're having, if you're having moments where you feel really stressed out, another good thing you can do is look all around you. Try to think about if you feel like you're super stressed and your belly hurts or maybe it's hard for you to breathe, look around and go, okay, I see my colorful window covering, my yellow music stand, my box of cereal boxes, and the painting I did. I can see all of those things. What can I hear? I can hear the air conditioner running. I can hear my computer making notification noises. I can hear baby boy behind me causing a ruckus. What can you feel? I can feel the breeze. I can feel my shirt. I can feel my bun on my head. Can you smell anything? Doing things like that can help you kind of figure out and remind yourself of staying present and staying in the moment, because that's the most important thing sometimes. We get caught up worrying about what could be instead of worrying about what's going on right now. So there we go. I drew my house. We have a cool little front patio here, and then we have a porch on top of that, and then all the way up here on this third floor, that's where I hang out in my studio. That's where we are right now, and every time we have little lessons. So you can decorate this however you want. You can write your name, which is what I'm going to do before we leave here. You can put specific goals, things you're trying to get better at, or you can just draw things that make you happy. Write things that make you happy. It's backwards, but that says Cassidy. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a good time making our boost box and our vision board, and I hope you learned a little bit about how it's okay to be a little scared and worried sometimes, because we're all like that, because we're all human, and our brains are crazy sometimes, and that's okay. Our brains do our best no matter what, and nothing makes you any better or worse. You just got to do the best with what you got, right? Right. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me. We will be back next week with a garden adventure. We're going to go on our first field trip. We're going to go visit a garden and talk about the things that we are growing and harvesting and how to have our own food come out of our garden. So So that's one of the things going on next week. I'm super excited. We will post our schedule on Sunday. As always, thanks so much for joining me. You keep on being yourself, and you keep on smiling, all right? Bye! Tell yourself something you like about yourself. I'm super grateful for you guys.